can we put things inside of this? Not when it's rotating. Or maybe I can. Oh, I can actually if it's rotating. Oh! It's a code. So you have to put them in a certain code, and then this thing is listening. Oh. Oh, okay. And the code is in the wall. There are 5 things. So, dot, a little bit higher, real low, real high. Yeah, and then real low. Okay. And then they probably, I had to figure out which sound actually goes with what. So lower is when it's the bigger thing, and this is pretty low. Okay. Okay, okay. And it's gonna start with that one, right? Yeah. So the middle one needs to be... Oh, I guess it does a full rotation each time. Yeah, okay, alright. So we don't have to... so I need to have a middle... The middle one... Let's grab them all. So let's look at our pots. So we have... Sort of the biggest one, I think, is this guy. And he's going to be the 4th one. So it's going to be here. And then the next one is the 2nd one, which I guess I would say is probably this one. And that needs to be the 2nd one that's used. Then the middle one, they have different weird sizes, but so then, oh, and I'm doing this wrong. The biggest one here should be the 3rd one. I'm doing it backwards. So high versus low. So not biggest and smallest. So then the highest pitch one, which I'm assuming is this one, is supposed to be the 4th. And then so we have to swap them around depending on, because these, like, they're weird shapes. But so the first one should be sort of the middle of the road. We'll go with this. And that guy goes there. No, that's wrong. Okay, so I need to swap the first 2 at least. Okay, I need to swap because let's look at this again. Yeah, so the first one that goes should be a little bit higher than the last one. So I'm gonna swap these 2. Maybe. We'll see if that's more accurate. Interesting. So what I kind of want to do is have... Alright, so the flask I have there right now. I want to see how these 2 sound different. So that one's lower than that one. Right. Well, maybe it sounds right. Thank you for the tweet. Minecraft Mama? Okay, alright, let's do this again. Okay, so these two need to be switched at least. So switch the first two. Wasn't supposed to type that. Okay, let's switch the first two. Oops. I don't know if they really switched now. Because they went. Let's try this again. So. The last one's really, really wrong. So that one's pretty high. So this should be the second one. Let's swap this and the second one. Nope. Damn. There. Well, so part of my assumption is that this thing's going to open. But that's not necessarily the case. I mean, it probably is. But, let's, so the two things that are pretty close together, the first and the last one, these two, are close together. So let's try swapping these. So I'm going to put the tiny guy here, and then this guy here. Let's see if that helps. So the one that goes first should be a little bit higher than the last one. Seems like it's probably the case. But the second highest one should be the second thing done. I'm not a music person. Okay, let's try this again. Right. Real low. Real high. Seems promising. Alright, let's look at our tools. I can't really interact with this thing. So I've made some assumptions that this door is going to open when it hears it, but maybe not. Maybe it does something else. So let's try walking around, although this is pretty far away from that whole thing. So I feel like it probably would just open. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to assume that that's not quite right. So if I wanted to swap some things, I might swap the first and the last. So we're going to make the skinny one be here, and then this one is here. I still like having, because this is the first one is supposed to be it's supposed to be higher than the last one. So I think we should put these back. There's nothing out here, right? No, this is just the boat. Okay. Let's look at the wall again. Let's ponder. So the fourth one should be the highest one. We try swapping these two. Although I think it's probably the highest one, but let's swap them. Let's go with the sizes again. Is that one... It should be a little higher than this one. Let's see if that's the case. It is. Okay, so I think that's right. And then we'll try to notice if... Yeah, so this one is higher than this, it sounds like, I think. And then this one's supposed to be higher than this. And then the lowest one's all the way over there. And then the next lowest one is here. Let's try and swap these two. See if maybe... maybe that's the case. I think that's worse. Right. Hmm. They're too busy building puzzles instead of continuing the species. Yeah. Okay. Right. It seems like this is right. Maybe. Oh my god, that's us. So I could start over, and I could just put down 2 bottles and then see sort of the order that they fit into. It seems like this is right, but maybe not quite. So I guess I'll do that. So what we want to do is figure out. So let me draw the bottles. So I have just the big fat one is, and then the next one is going to be kind of the slender one, and then the next one is the small neck with the big bottom part, and then the next one is the same sort of thing, although it's more like a flask. And then lastly, we have a curving in bottle. Okay, so let's compare. You gotta go? All right, well, thank you for stopping by, the Buka. I'm gonna do this test real quick, and then I'll also have to go. So we wanna see if this is, I'm assuming this one is gonna be, let's see, can we stand like this? And can we still reach that? I don't know, we'll see. So this one goes here, and then this one goes over there, but we can't reach it. Okay, I was hoping I could just reach everything. So compare these two, and see what it sounds like. Potentially that one's actually deeper. Interesting. Let's try again. Oh, this one's actually deeper. Interesting. So, I think that's the flask, right? Or no, that's the nearly flask. Not quite. So this one is deeper than, so if I give them letters, A, B, C, D, E, this one is going to be, it's greater than A. So this one is greater than A. So this is A. Let's just verify that. So if we want to try to find let's see. I guess we'll make sure that that one's the lowest. So we'll do this one next. If we can find out whatever's the lowest, and then we can work from there. So yeah, that one, this is not the lowest. This new one I just put down. So that is E. Then we'll go to D, which is the flask. It's really high. We will check B next, which is this one, I guess. It's very high. Okay, so C is the lowest. So that means that C is going to be in the middle of the whole thing. So we can actually just put it there. So that goes here. Next, we want to find out what's the highest. Or I guess we could do what's the second lowest. So I think that was A, which is this guy. Now let's figure out what's the highest. So let's put a couple of contenders down. So which of these two is the highest? So the first one is the highest. So we'll get rid of this guy. And then we'll put in the next contender, which is this guy. Which of these two is the highest? This one's the highest. Okay. So that one, which is B, is going to go in position 4. So this one is in position 4. And then these two need to be, whichever one is the lowest one goes first. I'm not sure which one that is, but we can just swap the two. So swap the two. Okay, this should do it. All right, now let's see if that makes sense with the lines. That seems right. Potentially I will switch the last and the third. So this is last, and then the third is here. I'm gonna put them back to where they were when I was first doing it. Even though they didn't solve it, but that's what I thought was right. Let's swap these two. But then we're gonna have to end the stream. No. Okay, I'll put it back to where it was. And then we'll have to revisit that next time to try to figure out what I did wrong. Or maybe it's not that I'm doing anything wrong. Maybe there's actually something else I have to do along with this. There's no buttons over here I can interact with. What I'm assuming is once I have the right code, it will just open. I think this whole door will open, and looks like there's stuff behind there. So, let's see. But that'll be next time.